We are recording. Start with Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, we saw Terrence Ross is progressing. How's he doing, and how will you plan to start tonight?
Yeah, he's going to play. We're not going to start him because he's been out for a while. So we'll start the same guys. Mike will be at 1. Dwayne and James will be the wings. Chuma will be the 4, and Kim will start at 5.
Go ahead, Dan.
Cliff, how much of a bullet did you dodge with Mike? You guys have been short at point guard all year, and as you're trying to acclimate new guys, I imagine his presence is important.
No, critical. And no, lucky. I mean, he bumped knees. There was, instant swelling, which was concerning, but he was able to practice yesterday and he felt good this morning. So, hopefully he's, 100% ready to go.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, what are some of the Clippers specific points of emphasis that you've shared with your team?
Well, they're balanced. I mean, first of all, they're second in offense and I think 12th or 13th in defense. Paul George isn't playing, so obviously we spend a lot of time on Kawhi and Paul George. The 3-point shooting is like they did last night. I mean, they have, I think, 8 guys on their roster shooting over 40% from 3. So they have a number of ways to get there, but again, ton of skill on the floor. And, then they also have that ISO post-up aspect. So it's another team, a team that's good, offensively. There's a lot of things you have to do on defense, to make it hard on them. And our defense was good the other night, so hopefully we can build on that.
Lawrence Murray.
Those 5 guys that you're starting, despite all the roster moves that you made, those are all guys that you had in training camp that you're familiar with. Is there a sense of familiarity or an advantage that you have because you're starting those guys? Or, does it not really matter because those guys weren't exactly supposed to be playing together at this point of the season?
Yeah, to be honest, it's just because we're still, we're just trying to get enough offense in so that we can function with the newer guys. We did a lot yesterday, but we, again, in order to play well offensively in this league, especially with a team like ours, you have to have a balance of offense. You have to have different ways that you can play. And it's going to take us some time until, the new guys understand enough about what we're doing. And we're putting new stuff into that more fits, our personnel. We played so much through Vooch, both in the post and the perimeter. And, very little of that will make sense now. So we're up against it. So by starting those guys, it gives us a better chance to be organized early in the game.
Josh Cohn, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Coach, I know you just said that Terrence is coming off the bench tonight. Will he eventually become a starter? And also, I know obviously you rely on him so much offensively, but now with the current circumstances, will you rely on him even more offensively down the road?
Yeah, I mean, those are great questions, and it's just going to play out. I'm just not sure. This week is so much about evaluating, getting a feel for guys who can play with who. He could very well start. He's so comfortable coming off the bench in that role. So we're gonna have to see. Gary Harris will hopefully be back in the next 10 days to 2 weeks. Cole should be back the first game or second game after the trip, and we'll have to look at all of those things. So it's this is a work in progress, and we're trying to figure everything out. And to be honest, it could go either way. We've got to get to some semblance of playing groups here quickly. And, so guys have a chance to get into rhythm, but we're not nearly there yet.
Back to Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, with the 3 guys that you brought in, they're obviously at different experience levels. With when you look at RJ, his first year in the league, Wendell has a few years. Otto's obviously more experienced. when you're bringing guys in with different experience levels, do you work with them any differently to coach them up? Is it quicker with obviously a guy like Otto versus, dealing with some of the younger guys?
Yeah, night and day. I mean, you could see it the other night. I mean, he was very comfortable. I played 2 spots, pretty much mistake-free at both ends of the floor. And look, Wendell's played a lot of minutes, I mean, and I thought they all did a good job, but those older guys, I mean, we practiced yesterday and, like Gary Harris knows everything that we're doing in, 45 minutes, and it takes younger guys a lot longer to do that. So it's definitely the experienced guys. They've done it before. They've been around. Obviously, a lot of aspects of NBA offense is similar team to team. And what it does is by having those guys out there, it helps the other guys play better. And so that's an aspect of this also.
All right. Thank you, Cliff. Just give me 1 second here.
All right, how you doing,
please.
Coach?
1 second, David.
Okay, Joel. Thank you.
Just
You
Look at
can
this.
hear me though, right, Cliff?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to where you were before. Is that better?
okay. David, we're good.
Okay.
Wait, let's see.
All right, we're good to go. You ready, Coach?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thanks very much, Dante. Coach Clifford